Welcome to grammar school. We correct your life, not your words. Karen screaming at the sidewalk, drunks doing zigzags on the curb. Never bring a date to a roadside debate. Not cool to drive straight through a parade. No sex, no smoke on that card zoom fool. Jesus fell, bounced back, now he's watching you. Ready to cover up the Florida man. Tinder date sees it all. Grammar school, we put you back.
And it's hot.
Choices on the big screen.
Toucan, what's up, Wiggles? All right, apparently a fellow streamer is also doing this court case. Yeah, since I started it, I gotta finish it. I still plan on doing my regular stream, so I'm gonna play this until it's time to do that, and then I'm probably gonna make it a whole new link. So, yeah, let's just kick it off. Okay, this is gonna start weird. If you watched last night, the prosecution was interviewing Lickum Linda, as we're gonna call her. And by the way, if you missed yesterday, this is a one of a kind case. You're gonna see stuff in this freaking trial that you have never seen. This is nuts. This is freaking nuts. This trial is insane. I had to go back last night and add some blur boxes. This case is nuts. So I'm gonna do as much as day 2 as I can right now until it's time for my normal-ish time. And then hopefully I can come back and finish day 2 later tonight. If not, and if you guys missed tonight, then you guys can watch it tomorrow. But this case is freaking nuts. Just the content. By the way, I expressed some opinions last night. I think I've kind of changed my mind when I woke up, but we'll cover that later. Let's just get it started.
Number 8. You said.
Oh yeah, so I don't think I finished my thought. Lickum Linda was being interviewed by the prosecution, so I was assuming that we were going to start the day with Linda again, but apparently not. So that's kind of freaking strange. I don't know if they just did that part off camera or what. Now, there was a guy just before this, and for some reason it didn't make it over to the recorded version, but it's only like 2 minutes. So it looks like we're starting mid-question on day 2. I'm getting these from, I forgot what news source, but they this is the second day in the row they've done this.
You saw this sometime after.
Yeah, it wasn't the day of. It was sometime after. I don't recall.
How long after?
Within a week, I'd say probably.
But you're not identified in here?
No,
And it just talks about the department in general.
correct,
It just talks about a guy that hit Mr. Foreman's mailbox.
correct.
Oh,
you
and
hit
hello,
Mr.
guys.
Foreman's mailbox.
No,
Here, let's make me smaller. I'm multitasking, by the way.
Were you ever disciplined because of what happened in the raid?
no,
Were you ever disciplined for anything Mr. Foreman said?
no.
Oops.
Other than your voluntary resignation, have you lost any other income?
I've been employed in a year. I've been living off savings. You know, I can't keep gainful employment because I'm going to VA appointments 5 days a week sometimes.
Well, you said that you went to surgery. When did you go into surgery?
I don't remember that. That's been so long ago. It was
It was a nice time at home. You didn't
oh
have
my
any
gosh,
duties.
yes.
Was it a long time ago?
I don't recall. I'd say it's been over a year, but the dates I'm sorry, I can't recall it.
I can't recall it.
So, is the allegations of you being a thief come out of the handling of the money during the search, Mr.
Yeah, this one's tricky. I started the day off favoring Afroman yesterday. I ended the day thinking he's going to lose the trial for many, many obvious reasons that were presented to us. But I kind of woke up thinking something different. I'll circle back to that.
Home's residence.
Yes.
During depositions, I asked you some questions about how money should be counted and cataloged as evidence. Can you explain the process to me of how you count and catalog money as evidence?
Yeah, I mean, you, as far as like what the policy is, or because I don't that policy has changed since then, and we had, but usually what you do is we have a special type of evidence bag. That evidence bag, it'll have denominations of bills. Okay. On that, you count it and you mark it. You know, I got 3 20s, I have 1 10. You know, you put that money in the bag and seal it up. Does that answer your question?
Well, so you have these evidence bags. You would count out the money. You'd have it recounted. You would then like put a stack of 20s, 10s, 5s, and then down the denomination.
Yeah, it's not counted by the total on the bag. It's counted by each individual bill and the amount of each bill. So you have 3 20s. Mm-hmm. You don't put the total amount of currency. You put the number of bills.
So you
on that type of evidence bag, yes, sir.
Okay. So let me rephrase my question as we
Okay.
were talking at the same time. So if I look at the evidence bag, I can know exactly how many 5s are in it, 10s, 20s, 100s?
Correct.
Yeah, and Wiggles, absolutely, 100% agree with you, especially because it was in his own home. However, I don't think the lawsuit is so much based on the video. I think if it was just the videos, the music videos themselves, because now there's 3 music videos. One of them, if you missed it, popped up on Friday. By Friday, I mean the most recent Friday before the freaking court case. If it was just the videos, well, mainly the first 2, the third one was nuts. Then I don't think the officers have a claim against them. And on top of that, I think it's just not the right thing for a community to do. I don't think public officials should sue the citizens in their own town. However, we saw that it was more than just the music videos yesterday. It was quite a lot more. And I don't know. I don't know. You know, we'll see how this ends, and then I'm sure my opinion will change 20 times.
And the evidence is sealed when it leaves the scene?
Most of the time, yes. But as long as it stays in your care and custody, as long as it's not something, if this was something that had a fingerprint, of course you have to protect that fingerprint until you can get it to a lab. I'm not going to say that every time you leave somewhere something is sealed, because sometimes, I mean, that's an unrealistic expectation.
Right.
You know, if I got a
Okay, screw it. I'll just say what my thought is now. Right. So Afroman can't sue the police. He can't sue them, right? Because there's no 4th Amendment violation, because there was a warrant that was signed by a judge. The warrant was followed within the realm of what the warrant covers, right? And they're, you know, they basically at this point they can go in and break everything, search through everything, and then you're stuck with the repairs and the whatever's left over in the wake of the destruction, if there's destruction created from the warrant itself. So what's his remedy? He can't sue, right? He can't retaliate in any physical kind of way. So the best thing he can do is use what he has, and it's his words and his expressions and it's social media. And that's pretty much what he did. Now, he went to a level that most people wouldn't freaking go, but still, I mean, the problem with this whole thing is we're not necessarily looking at the total legal context of everything. We are trying to convince a jury. And I believe, well, we'll see. I mean, basically, we're just trying to shape the opinions of the jury, especially at this sua sponte motion from the judge yesterday, which I thought was weird that they did that in front of the jury. But then again, I'm not a lawyer, so maybe that's a common thing.
A gun, but I don't have a gun box to put it in. Well, that's going in the trunk of my car until I get a gun box
From
to
the
put
judge,
it in.
not the lawyer.
I mean, that's just that's the reality of law enforcement.
Oh,
But
thank
if
you.
that gun changed hands by 3 or 4 people, they would all sign the box when they got it to show the chain of
Correct.
evidence.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So anybody in possession, that must be in the chain of evidence.
Correct.
And that's put on the bag. Or the box in that case?
Well, there's a little thing right on the front. It'll have an evidence chain right below the denominations. It has an evidence chain.
So if you collect a gun, you would sign first. If I hold it, I'd sign second, and so forth and so forth?
Correct.
Now, what happens if you don't have these special evidence bags and you just have a clear bag?
Can you tell me where you're going with this and why it matters?
This matters, Your Honor, because there is a question about the policies
Judge.
and procedures. And as I said, Mr. Robinson is going to testify, if he's admitted to testify, about an investigation he did. His investigation is very limited, at least from his report would indicate. He only watched video footage, never interviewed anybody. So one of the things I have to counteract that is the fact that the evidence was not handled correctly.
Yep.
And that is what I'm building here. Mr. Cooley is testifying about the exact way in which you will put that
What
in.
does that have to do with any issue in this case?
Your Honor, the issue of money and missing money is at the very issue of, they say they're being called thieves. They're trying to prove it's not a fact. I'm trying to prove that from the evidence and how things were done, you cannot even make that conclusion.
Do you have to call Mr. Robinson?
Yes, we do, Judge. That's what they got wrong.
Because in one respect, it's your time to spend. I look at this as marginally relevant, but you can spend the time.
Thank you.
Have at it.
So if you had a plain evidence bag that did not have the
What's up,
questions
Rusty?
5s and 10s, would you handwrite in that information with a permanent marker?
Yes.
So even if the bag was plain, you could write 10 5s, 2 20s, and such?
You can.
But that's the way it should be done, though, correct?
Well, I'm not going to say that's the way that happens every time. I mean, it's as long as you can protect that evidence to display in court, that's the purpose. You know, I mean, there's a little bit of flexibility in evidence handling based off the situation, but in general, if cash is seized, then yes, you know, you can put the amount. The amount is always going to be on the outside of the bag. Anybody that took exclusive possession of that, yes, they're going to sign that.
Okay, and so, and the money's always counted twice, correct?
Correct.
At least twice, correct?
Correct.
Even the officer himself probably counts it twice, correct?
10 times, honestly. Personal choice there, I guess.
First, you would count it though twice, correct?
Yeah, but
It's a good question. Let me circle back. Erica, thank you so much for the 4 months. I think the month calendar, I think the rotation is like what, the 13th or the 14th of the month for grammar school. Just imagine we hold on to these 4 months and we're just, you know, you be the OGs of the OGs. Thank you so much, Erica. Lynn, thank you so much for the 4 months. I love it here. And I love having you here and all the shenanigans that you bring and the help. Wiggles, thank you so much for the 4 months. And for all the tweaker geos. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Wiggles. Is the judge stepping in too much? I think this should have been an objection from the prosecutor, but I could be misusing sua sponte motion from yesterday, but basically the judge says was the facts of the warrant and the raid are irrelevant, and that's the topic that's coming up here. So I don't think he's completely out of line based on the way he addressed it to the court yesterday. Leslie, thank you so much for the 4 months. Living my best life at grammar school. It's fun. It'd be funny if we actually did grammar here. Oh man, I'm working on something with KFAR called quantum grammar, but we'll get into that in a different episode. Thank you so much, Leslie.
Did you ever have possession of the money during the search of Mr. Foreman's home?
to be honest with you, I don't recall. I don't believe so, but I don't recall.
didn't mean sua sponte motion. I meant he just made a record for the court. I don't know why I'm saying sua sponte. I was thinking of the counterclaim getting rejected. Oh, you do. I have evidence of shenanigans.
Come in, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Loretta. What's up, babe?
Your Honor, I have no further questions for Mr. Cooley Justin Cooley at this time.
Ace, I'm gonna go for a long time today because I'm gonna back to back with my normal time. I'm sorry if I'm overlapping you.
Please call Mike Eastep.
I'm like quadruple tasking right now. Oh, come on, man. Get some collar stays. Why is it always a freaking purple shirt?
Do you
That's
solemnly
purple,
swear
right?
the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? As this, you shall answer unto God.
I do.
Thank you.
Would you introduce yourself to the jury, please?
Michael Eastep,
And Mr. Eastep, how are you currently employed?
Adams County Sheriff's Office,
How long have you been with the Adams County Sheriff's Office?
over 24 years.
What's your current position with that office?
Road Patrol Supervisor.
Road patrol supervisor.
How did you get started in law enforcement?
Purple
Through
right.
the fire service. Actually, some friends in law enforcement were in the fire service and kind of hung out with them, and that's how I began to take an interest in
Yeah,
law
I think Mike surged ahead
You
of me
live here in
though.
Adams County?
I do,
How long have you been in Adams County?
all my life.
Do you have family here?
I do.
You married?
Yes,
Children?
yes,
The children go to school here, did they?
yes.
You were part of the team that executed the search warrant on Mr. Foreman's home, is that right?
Yes.
Did you steal any money from Mr. Foreman's home?
Oh my god, dude! Enough with the money. Okay. Sorry for the frequent pausing. So the judge basically stopped the defense attorney for talking about the money in the raid relative to the warrant. But the prosecutors brought it up with every single witness. So yeah, maybe the judge is a little bit out of line here.
We've seen, you've been here the whole trial so far, the last day and a half, right?
Yeah, this
Yes.
isn't live, but
You've seen all
we're on
the
the right
exhibits.
day.
Yes,
You saw the exhibits that were just shown to Justin Cooley.
yes.
Did the posts
Ex-
that we've been talking about
Aerodynamics.
here in this trial have any effect on you?
Yes.
Explain what you mean, please.
People that we deal with in providing services into the community has called us out, called me a thief.
Steve.
We
Thieves.
assisted with a search warrant service here with another agency, and the people who was inside the residence looked at us and says, why are they allowed to do what they're doing? And then they look at us and say, well, you done it to Afroman, they can get by with it, they can do it to us.
Did you ever receive any calls having to do with this case?
Not directly.
Are you aware of calls that were received by
Yeah, that's a
dispatch?
fair point.
Lots of them.
Tell us about that.
My daughter actually works in the dispatch center, along with all the dispatchers that I'm very familiar with, that I work with as co-workers on a day-to-day basis.
It's
Called
a
and
shenanigan.
anything from why did you do this to why did you tear down the door? Why don't you pay the guy back? You guys are thieves, and on and on and on.
Your Honor, I'm going to object. It's hearsay. He was not there. He did not have the phone calls. He's hearing them actually third hand the way he's describing it. He's hearing them from the idea of, from the dispatchers telling him what another person said, so hearsay upon hearsay upon hearsay.
What's the purpose?
The purpose, Judge, is to, my next question was going to be, what effect hearing about these calls to dispatch had on Mr. Eastep?
Put a,
Wait. Just for the jury's benefit, if the content of the calls was an important issue, then we wouldn't let it come in. The speaker or the hearer would have to testify.
I got green somewhere in here.
How it affected him is probative, relevant in this case. So the general description of the calls in the context of how it affected him is the reason you're allowed to hear, not the accuracy of the call, but the effect on the person. Something else, Mr. Osborne?
No, thank you, Your Honor, just for the record.
No, you're objective. Thank you.
Thank you. So Mr. Eastep, tell us what effect
So that sounded like overruled to me. Loretta, thank you so much for the 4 months. You are so awesome. I am so grateful that you guys show up and watch me do this shit. Thank you so much.
effect it had on you hearing about these calls that dispatch was receiving about this warrant execution? And
it
you,
developed a serious concern
Excellent.
of safety to not only to me, but the people working with me on those shifts. The days that I was working, basically overwhelming of calls that came through, and they were hardly able to keep up with what we have going on in the services that we're providing with nonsense phone calls.
are you aware of any effect that these that these posts had on the sheriff's website?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. That is beyond the scope and not even relevant to this. The Sheriff's Department is a government agency. You cannot defame a government agency.
Okay.
For the record.
Finally, he gets one sustained. He might have had one yesterday, but
Mr.
Cool.
Eastep, did you, through your attorney, ask Mr. Foreman to take these posts down?
I did.
Have they been taken down to your knowledge?
No.
Those are all my questions.
what's up, John? Long time, buddy. Dude, this is a great trial. We see some
Mr.
some
Eastep,
stuff
do
in
you
this
mind if I
one.
call you Mike?
That's fine.
You've been an officer for a very long time, over 21 years.
Actually, over 24 full-time years and over 38 and a half as a certified peace officer, state of Ohio.
And during that time, you've never hid your identity as an officer?
No.
Everybody's seen you out in public?
Yes.
Seen you with your wife and kids?
Yes.
And your wife,
That's the other thing. These officers, all of them are characters in some way or another.
strike that question. And so you wear a uniform while you're on duty?
I do.
And you were a sheriff's deputy in 8/21 of 22?
I was.
Okay. And people have criticized your duties before, correct?
Yes.
And you've been called a lot of names by people in 24 years, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Things worse than a thief, correct?
Name-wise, but not not as detrimental how people look at you. I mean,
Oh,
you're
God.
seeing, people calling you names directly, but not put out there to be detrimental in something that is criminally related.
So people have come up to you and asked you if you were a thief.
Yes or no
Couple of
answers,
phone calls
bub.
I've had it happen.
When was the first time that happened? To you personally during your career?
In my entire career,
Yes.
I never had anything until this came about.
You never had anybody
Not
ask you
told me.
about being a thief and when
No.
your wife was charged with theft?
I probably changed the mic to
Your
green.
wife pled guilty to stealing from her employer?
Tell me why you would do that to the jury.
Your Honor,
Why?
I'm gonna ask
Do
this-
that to the jury.
Your Honor, I'm asking a question that builds on his reputation. He says he has never been called a thief before. yet he keeps saying that everybody treats him differently. This goes to his reputation. He is used to this. This has happened before. To say that this is the only thing causing the problem has ever hurt his reputation, he's opening up the door so that I can ask the question about what's affecting his reputation.
Thank you. Mr. Klinger?
It's impeachment.
We're not gonna, I assume, have a trial.
Sort of.
On every family member and what every family member of these plaintiffs might have done in their lives. This is a case about these deputies.
Oh, my
and
God.
about Mr. Estep. It's not about his wife, it's not about his family. We're gonna try a case here about what somebody else might or might have done, or whether they might or might have not been guilty. It's about what he experienced as a result of these.
And how it affected his reputation, which is exactly at issue. He is talking about his reputation and how it's been affected. He's opened it up. Your reputation is your
Yes.
entire life. Everything you do in the community. Your family affects your reputation. You can't say that you have. If my brother gets in
This
trouble and
case is
people ask me
what
about that.
This case is about what he did to his reputation, not about what.
What
might
was
have
his
been-
reputation like before this started?
Exactly.
So I let you play this out in front of the jury so they can understand how to separate the evidence. There's no claims here for your benefit, ladies and gentlemen, for family member injuries. Right? But how family members' reaction to claims affect a person's relevant. So you get to hear that my daughter was upset when I was called a derogative term for the benefit, for the relevance of how it hits me. Right? Now, take that to this step. If we allow, and we will, testimony about the wife's prior experience, it only goes not to the character of that person, but how it affects the witness. So, like, we're not here to try to decide whether or not the spouse has a character flaw or not, but how the whole thief reference should play into his claim for damages.
Why are you
Right.
doing this?
Their law school example and arguing with each other is what lawyers do, but you need to understand how to see it. So I'm going to allow this so you can see how it does or does not affect him alone. Just don't get caught up that your spouse's character is your character, because it's not. Enough said, overrule the objection, and then you can renew them as you feel appropriate. Go, re-ask the question.
All right. Well, at least he got it overruled, because if that one was sustained, I would think that there's some bias here. And I kind of feel like there is anyway. Well, was that whole explanation necessary? I mean, I have not seen something like that, but then again, I don't watch a ton of jury trials. I don't know. You guys tell me. That was freaking. That to me was weird. But then again, I guess the judge is supposed to interpret the law. But does he? Is he supposed to interpret the objection to the jury? I don't know. That whole thing was strange to me. Man, I got to get my brother on here, or one of you, you lawyer people. Legal fiction. Thank you so much for the 4 months. I was gonna be on time, but then I got high. Oh yes. Afroman Day 2. Good to see you, dude. Thank you so much for the 4 months. I think you, from a monetization standpoint, you still hold the number one by like a minute or 2 or 3. As long as you hold on to it. Thank you so much, Legal Fiction. All right, there's another one in here. Oh god, that was just freaking strange. Edie Weedy! Dang it, Legal, you beat me again with that line. I think maybe John might have got to it before both of y'all, but we'll hear it more. Thank you so much for the super chat, Edie. You are so awesome. It's good to see. It's always great to see you here. Thank you so much.
He answered the question, Your Honor.
Then re-ask it because he shouldn't have.
Okay. So restating the question, Mr. Estep, your wife did steal from her employer, correct?
Yes.
And it was a felony sum of money, correct?
Yes.
Which is over $1,000.
Yes.
Trying not to say too much so I can get to the real stream, but
And you were part of the search of Mr.
I'm gonna have to
Foreman's
do this in
residence,
2
correct?
parts.
Yes.
Did you ever have any contact with the money?
I noticed some money in a coat pocket, and I pointed it out to Detective Newland.
And is that the money that Mr. Newland testified earlier that was upstairs?
That should have been some of it, yes.
I don't know. I
didn't
mean,
do the
Simpson
collection
talks.
of it.
I don't know.
You
He
just
doesn't
pointed
talk
out
to
the
the
pocket.
jury.
Another officer took it out of the pocket.
I assume.
Okay. Do you remember which officer you pointed it out to?
I told Detective Newland.
Oh, shit, I need some videos for the stream. Let's see, I got some. I got to download some.
You realize that during that search, everything you said was captured on your body cam, correct?
Absolutely.
Did you ever make derogatory remarks during the search warrant about Mr. Foreman?
Not that I can recall.
Then I got a.
We lay the foundation. Mr. Eastep, on October 21st, 2022, did you have body cam on during the search of Mr. Foreman's residence?
Yes.
Was that body cam active the entire time?
All right, before he gets buried in the chat, Ben Darling, thank you so much for 3 months. You're awesome. Question, Ben. Does Afroman make it across the Atlantic? Do you know of Afroman?
Yes.
Does it have audio and video recording capabilities? If I show you a clip of that body cam, can you
Sure.
identify it?
Sure.
For the benefit of the record, this would be marked Defense Exhibit B.
G T V Q.
And for the sake of the record, the file would be ACSO3_OK0019_21252.mp4. This is a clip of that file.
Is there a way to note what portion of the time a clock, or when you plug it in, there's a clock time?
It should have the date, time, and the timestamp it goes through on it.
So the court appears to know that you didn't play the whole thing, you just played X amount of time.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what I'm looking for.
As there's over 8 hours of body cam footage, we
Yeah,
have to
we
go.
just have to make a note. Tell me where you're starting it, when you're starting the time clock.
There you go. Uh-oh. Update the VLC media player.
Your Honor, this would be marked body cam in the upper left-hand corner, in the bottom left-hand corner. It has 8/21/2022. Sorry, 8/21/2022, starting at 20:56:02.
I was gonna go to court. Then I gotta. I was gonna pay my child support.
20:56:00.
Thank you.
Then I gotta.
Mr. Eastep, I'm going to ask you a few questions before I play this. Can you see what's been marked Exhibit B?
Yes.
So, when your body cam is recording, does it record in color?
Yes.
Does it also record in black and white?
Yes.
Okay. Now, looking at this, does this appear, as you can recall it, to be the inside of Mr. Foreman's bedroom?
Yes.
And is the... I don't know why I did that. Did you happen to see the date in the bottom corner of it?
Yes.
Is that the correct date for when you searched?
Yes.
So this
Yes.
is a copy, a segment of your body cam taken that day?
Yes.
I love technology.
Your Honor, maybe approach.
He's got some Lakers PJs.
It has to do.
I don't know if Harry's in here, But he pointed out how tacky the green paint was, and I thought it might have been a camera effect, but no, that's definitely green paint, and it's freaking everywhere.
With what I think might be coming up, I wasn't aware that this was gonna be shown, but I'm concerned about something.
Sure. Stand up, don't leave, just stretch
What's up, Adam?
in front of your chair.
Technical difficulties. You think this is the same suit? Probably. Yeah, you don't really need to clean a suit to wear 2 days in a row. Or 3 or 4. Or 5 or 7. Why? I think it's amazing. I mean, we see so much worse, especially in Ohio. I like the Colt 45 song. I don't want to sing it because somebody sang a part of a song in their stream a few months ago, and I guess that got a copyright hit. Smoking that tumbleweed, the marijuana man. Oh, by the way, Leslie, the Karen video you sent me had like 2 or 3 other good ones attached to it. What? What? That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah. My cousin Vinny with the 2 Utes. Are they just fixing the TV?
Not sure. Yeah.
Update the VLC media player.
ACS.
Okay, yes,
So that is your body.
yes,
2 Utes?
And this is of 8/21/20.
What?
yes.
Youths.
So you see you flip something?
A full-size bed? Maybe a queen.
I'm going to stop it for a second, just for the sake of context, as there is things happening sort of below the camera.
Below the camera?
Were you searching through CDs
Yes,
and DVDs?
I looked at them. I didn't really search through them.
But that's what you're looking at right now.
Yeah.
Oh, not according to the music video. Spent a lot of time with those CDs.
Probably looked at stuff because some of the stuff I think was mentioned in there. Well, he's just denying it. So,
On your body cam,
Yeah, I'm
during
good with
an
that.
initial search, you called Mr. Foreman a sex addict?
I couldn't clarify her addict. I couldn't clarify.
Would you like me to replay it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Mr. Bite, can we turn up the volume? For the sake of the record, since this is roughly about a little under 3 minutes long, we're going to just back up and play some.
Oh my God, you guys. Computers. How do I get on this bingo card thing?
We really shouldn't let me touch anything technology. I shouldn't really by touching it.
Oh, you guys know the sound when they turn on the body cam? I finally found that. I'm gonna make it my text tone, maybe my ringtone. Yeah, but how would we get grammar school up there and John Lindy up there? I'll show you what I mean. It's the one that it's got like Skeptic and Biggin and Colin and Shane and looking at legal stuff, which I don't think I've even heard of. Oh my God.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Oh great. I skip it right when they finally get to play it.
For the sake of the record, I'm going to start the playback at 33 seconds in.
Shit, I keep getting distracted. I need to do some things. Wow, I have a lot of shorts.
I know Brian probably looked at that stuff because some of the stuff I think was mentioned in there.
Sorry.
He's just denied it because
Mr. Easthead, do I need to play it again?
I still can't decipher it. I mean, whatever.
Can we get the hearing aids from Mr. Easthead? Mike, we're going to give you a hearing here. This
That could be
should have a
good.
better thing. Can you hear me, Mr. Easthead? Is it too loud for you?
Let me guess, he can hear it, but now the jury and everybody else can't hear it.
For the sake of the record, I'll start at 31 seconds in.
Hope. Okay, we can hear it.
You'll turn that down.
Dude.
There's a dial on your
Right there in the,
Center?
right. And kind of,
Did you be ready, Mr. Easthead?
Oh,
We're starting at 38 seconds in.
I know Brian probably looked at that stuff.
oh, jury's in there. Yes, jury is in there.
Mentioned in there. Well, he's just denied it because
Were you able to hear at that time, Mr.
Yeah.
Easthead? Would you agree that you called Mr. Foreman a sex addict?
I have
Yeah.
to get back to you on that, but essentially, yes.
You would agree that this is a public record?
Yes,
So the body cam is available to the public?
upon request.
Okay.
Paul,
And Mr. Foreman cannot edit any of it, can he?
No.
Do you believe how you do your job duties reflects on your reputation?
Yes.
So someone seeing this could reflect badly on your reputation based on what you did?
Possibly.
huh?
Now, this is going to be very stupid questions, but Mr. Klingler referred to previous posts when he was asking you about how they affected you. Did any of those posts name you by name?
No.
They just referred generally to the Adams County Sheriff's Office.
Yes.
So you're just seeking damages based upon what he said about the Sheriff's Department?
No. It's what's been directed to me.
What was directed to you?
Being called a thief.
Okay. Other than
And no, that's no. Oh God, I don't really want to explain the whole thing, but the police raided his home on a legitimate warrant. Then he made a music video about it, and then another music video about it, and then another music video about it, and then a bunch of social media posts. So they're suing him for the officers are suing Mr. Man, Afroman, for defamation. Um, you gotta watch the first. You have to watch day one of the trial. It's, eh, uh, yeah, lemon pound cake. Will you help me fix my door? Lick 'em low, Lisa or Linda. It's yeah, and they show these the videos at least on day one. I've got a feeling they'll probably show more. There's 7 plaintiffs, so anytime one of the plaintiffs is in one of these videos, they'll probably replay it.
that, anything else?
No.
Was there a direct post of you being called a thief?
Why
No.
can't I
Just
get
directed by the people in the community.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, he seems suspicious.
I'm going to get your steps in today, Mr. Foreman.
10:09. Oh my god, back to the video again?
Mr. Eastep, I'd like you to take a look at the screen in front of you. You're going to see what's been marked Defense Exhibit C. Have you seen that post?
Yes.
And that is the singular post that Mr. Foreman made in reference to you, correct?
Yes.
Where you were called, and I quote, Colonel King Kong Bundy.
Yes.
King Kong Bundy was a wrestler, correct?
Yes.
Dan Goodwin, correct?
I don't know about that. Can't answer that.
There was a T-shirt made calling you King Kong Bundy, correct?
Yes.
He made a freaking t-shirt out of all of
Tell me about
these.
an incident where
You
a
get
friend
a
of yours
t-shirt.
made a joke about that, correct?
Wasn't a friend. It was
Or a
one
friend.
of the farm, one of the fire department that I was chief of.
One of them wore a shirt to the Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
They thought it was a joke, correct?
Oh my
They thought
god.
it was a joke. I mean, I don't know what the true intent of it was, but they wore
So one of his friends
I
bought
saw
it and wore it around him?
Have you ever had jokes made at your expense?
Oh, yeah.
Made jokes at other people's expense?
Yeah.
So it's a reasonable assumption they bought it as a joke against you?
Oh,
I would
God.
hope.
All right. having
It's not a
issues
good
on
joke.
another screen. What's up, Matthew?
I'll
Luna.
wrap up that day. So after the search, you went home, correct?
Yes,
And you left directly from the search to go home
yes,
after a 19-hour shift?
yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
I feel like he's so short on his cross. Recross. Wait,
Mike, what's your wife's name?
Renee,
How long have you been married to Renee?
since 2000, I think 2000.
Since 2000,
Yes,
26 years?
yes.
Did this felony that Mr. Osborne brought up occur before or after this search?
Long before.
Long before?
Yep.
Did you stay married to Renee in spite
did.
of this? Do you think her problems with this felony hurt your reputation?
No. I never got no backlash. I wasn't a part of it. I didn't support it. You know, she paid the
Doing with your
consequences,
feelings.
and she moved on with life.
And you're still with her?
I'm still with her.
This body cam footage that we saw,
let me turn this down.
did you ever publish that body cam to the world?
No,
Did you ever post that body cam on the internet?
no,
Did you ever share that body cam, and specifically that part of the body cam where you refer to Mr. Foreman as a sex addict? Did you ever share that with anybody?
no.
We saw, Mr. Osborne just showed you a post of you being called hunchback or something.
King Kong Bundy.
If Vince would like, we can put it back up so he gets the term correct. There is going to be specific names for specific people, and we need to keep things as orderly as possible as to who's called what.
What did he call you in that?
Colonel King Kong Bundy.
Thank you, Colonel King Kong Bundy.
Whoa.
Was that post made in the context of all these other posts
Colonel.
that call the sheriff's department thieves?
Yes.
Do a flip.
Those are all my questions, thank you.
Recross.
Mr. Eastep, look at what's been marked. This is the post where you're called King Kong Bundy, correct?
Yes.
Does it call you a liar? Strike.
Yeah, but it definitely makes it better. It would have been even better if he said colonel.
That. Would you read the entire post?
It says, "Good morning, ladies. This guy was easy. Introducing Colonel King Kong Bundy. LOL. Let me know if you have a nickname better than mine. What you got?" And goes
So, well, you don't need to read the rest. I'm just
Okay.
worried about Mr. Foreman's statement.
Okay.
So he didn't call you a liar in this post?
No,
He didn't call you a thief?
no,
So all the other posts that you would refer to
Ooh,
are
shit.
solely about the sheriff's department being called thieves?
yes.
Your Honor, if I may have a sidebar?
Yep.
Well, look at the colors on that suit. Oh my, really? I wonder if they only let one news station record this. Yeah, yeah, Leslie. Listen to Afroman on your way. He's very entertaining. Tumbleweed. Oh my, it is green. It's like it's the guy on the far side. The big guy. Is he a bailiff? Bailiff green suit. Oh, I need to get a new suit. I need a new suit. Show you guys my new dress shoes. These are dope. I was gonna defend my client. Adams County. I feel like every state has an Adams County. All right, check these out. Shit, knock my poop down. Yeah, these are fly. These are what I wear with suits. They're dope.
Finished. This witness is gonna step down. We're gonna take like a morning break.
Yes, I used the word
And
dope.
Good work so far.
Because they are.
Enjoy yourself. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Break. I think I need to jump forward. Shit, we don't get a clean cut. Okay. Man, I thought they cut that out like they did yesterday. 9 ABC WCPO. That's where we get this from. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, thank God. I wanted to get as much of this done as possible. All right. At least this one has collar
Been
stays.
criticized before for your job duties?
Yeah.
And you've been called names before?
I wonder if I have.
But no, a thief.
No person ever before has called you a thief in 21 years.
No, they have not.
He's serious. Nobody in 24 years has called you a thief. No, they haven't. Them's fighting words.
And you were employed with the Sheriff's Department on 8/21/22?
Correct.
And you took part in the search of Mr. Coleman's residence?
Correct.
Did you ever encounter the money?
No.
Did you ever see it?
No.
It might have been loud.
You were never
Sorry.
present in any room when it was being counted?
Not when it was being counted.
But when it was maybe sitting on a table or something?
No.
Do you ever remember seeing the money during the search?
I seen some when they pulled it out of some of the pockets.
Okay. So you were there when they pulled the money out of the pockets?
Yeah.
And that's all you saw in
That's
reference
all
to
I
the money?
seen.
So your job duties were other places during the search?
Yes.
Have you ever been disciplined due to anything Mr. Foreman said?
No.
Reprimanded in any way?
No.
Oh crap! I keep
Were
forgetting
you
to
ever interviewed as part of
multitask.
this investigation into the missing money?
No.
Is it true that Mr. Foreman called you a hunchback?
Yes.
and specifically compared you to Quasimodo,
Yes.
Oh, please show a T-shirt.
the Disney hero.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's who it
worried
is.
about that.
Quasimodo from the Disney movie The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I've never watched it, so I don't know.
Never heard of Quasimodo.
So you would agree that when a person says that someone's a crooked defense attorney, they're not meaning that I'm like a vine, they're meaning that as a opinion, correct?
Correct.
Would you agree that when someone calls you a thief, it might be an opinion of theirs?
Can be, yeah.
Same as if when people say crooked cops, it's just an opinion?
Yeah.
Yup.
And
You
so
didn't
is your
bring
entire claim for
privilege,
false
did you?
light
Sorry.
that you were called a thief?
Yes.
Dang Taves. My God, dude.
And you would agree that Mr. Foreman is an artist subject to exaggeration?
I guess so, yeah.
Ooh, he said yeah.
And just for the sake of question, nobody would ever think you're Quasimodo from the book, correct?
I don't guess. They, people think different things.
My God.
Have you ever taken a chance to talk with the local newspaper, the People's Defender or Informer, to tell them your side of the story?
No.
So how long before you filed the lawsuit through your attorney did you send the cease and desist letter to Mr. Foreman?
It was whenever he sent it. When my attorney sent it to him.
So you never sent a cease and desist letter before the lawsuit was filed?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I don't have them.
And you're seeking damages due to your reputation, correct?
Correct.
Your reputation in the community locally.
Correct.
Okay. So you don't care what people think of you in Australia?
Not really.
Would you agree that everything you do as an officer reflects on your reputation?
Yeah.
All the good and the bad?
Yeah.
Anything wrong you would have done would be a stain on it?
Yeah.
And you mentioned that people had came up to you in public and called you a thief, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. That's my issue with this entire thing.
You've been criticized for your
Big
job duties
picture.
before, correct? By the public?
Kind of, yeah.
People have said they didn't think you did things right,
Yeah.
and they have a right to criticize you for how you do your job?
Pardon me?
They have a right to comment on how you do your job?
Yeah.
Did you wear a body cam during the search?
Yes.
I don't think Afroman has a chance to win this inside the courtroom.
Hang on a second, Your Honor.
Just saying.
Go ahead.
Mainly because of the jury. And the jury doesn't interpret the law. Clase moto.
Your Honor, I have no further questions at this time.
Go ahead, step down, thank you.
Crap, I still gotta download videos. Shoot.
Lady's called Sean Cooley.
Oh, man.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Hold on. Let's see. I'm at 110. Look at this. You think they went shopping together?
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Would you introduce yourself, please?
Sean Cooley,
How is Sean spelled?
Yeah.
S-H-O-W.
It's a good reference, actually. But
And Mr. Cooley,
completely different
are you currently
circumstances.
employed?
But yeah.
No, sir, I'm retired from the sheriff's office.
When did you retire from the sheriff's office?
I originally retired in 2014. The sheriff, then Kimmy Rogers, asked me to come back a couple times.
Couple,
So
2-3
eventually I
times.
did, and I worked up until about 2 months ago.
So up until 2 months ago, you were back as a deputy sheriff?
Yeah, I started out as a part-time deputy, and then as their manpower dropped, I went ahead and took a full-time position to help them for a while.
And that's here in Adams County, correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
When did you begin with the sheriff's department? Sheriff's office?
It would have been
WW2.
80s, early 90s.
Okay, long time ago.
Long time ago, yes.
Do you have family here in Adams County?
Yes, sir, I do.
How long have you lived in Adams County?
Over 40 years.
And one of your family members is Justin,
Yes, sir, that's my youngest son.
and he's another plaintiff in this case.
Yes,
No.
sir, is.
You
No,
worked
no.
with him for a while in the Adams
Definitely
County
not.
Sheriff's Office?
Yes, I did. Most of the time we were.
Might have
different
misspoken.
shifts.
Okay, but I meant you worked
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the same sheriff's department for a while?
Absolutely,
Yes.
Yeah, John, it's a good one.
Are you married?
yes, sir, I am.
Go back and watch
How
yesterday.
many
It's
children?
nuts. You'll
2 girls
appreciate
and
it.
2 boys.
Did they go to school here in Adams County?
Yes, sir, they did.
Sean, do you remember giving me a call back in late 2022?
Your Honor, I'm going to object here. I do believe he's starting to move into the.
That's what I'm worried about.
Client privilege and opening that. If he opens that door, we do intend to exploit it. And so we would just give the court notice that's what we believe is happening at this time.
Thank you for the heads up. See where it goes.
Thank you, Judge. Let me ask the question this way. Were you looking for an attorney in the fall of 2022?
Yes, sir, we all were.
And just in a nutshell, what were you trying to accomplish by contacting a lawyer?
The posts and the things that were put on the internet about us, as far as us being thieves and different things with our image. We had went to the sheriff when this originally started. Mr. Foreman had an attorney, well, he's had 2 attorneys prior to this one. We had the sheriff contacted, try to get it stopped. Then again with the next one, then again with this one. So our only other alternative was to try to file some kind of suit.
And that's why you ultimately decided to file suit to get it to stop?
Yeah, that was our last alternative.
Has it stopped?
It's gotten much worse.
You were part of the team that executed the warrant on Mr. Foreman's property?
Yes, sir, I was.
Did you steal any money?
No, I did not.
Did you have anything to do with the money that evening?
The only thing I had to do with the money, I sat in the kitchen and talked to Mr. Foreman's wife.
Mr.
And-
Foreman's wife, Angela?
Yes,
Now, let me just stop you
or
there.
ex-wife.
Oh, thank you. Ex-wife, let me stop you there for just a second. How did Angela Foreman end up being in the kitchen of the home that evening?
I don't know which supervisor it was, that let her come in.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this line of questioning. If the search warrant is not going to be an issue, if we want to open that door, then I will ask to present that evidence and make that case, but Mr. Klingler now wants to bring up who everybody is there, so if he wants to open that door, I'm going to ask for the same latitude upon my presentation of the case, and I think the court has already made it clear we are not litigating a search warrant.
I'll withdraw the question. I don't need to know how she got there, Judge.
Just for everybody's benefits, they both pushed beyond what I was willing to do, so let's try to keep it focused. Thank you for withdrawing the question.
Thank you, Judge.
Take it again.
Yep, it's smarter to withdraw in that scenario, and then yeah. So legal, we come to find out that Afroman really doesn't have that much money. However, I think he has a lot more than he is reported to have. But yeah, you're totally right. Plus, I don't think Afroman's lawyer expects to win this case in this trial. He's got a great record, good history, but they needed to win this in the sorry, I'm getting congested. They needed to win this in pretrial on the basis of the First Amendment. So the appellate court is his best chance, unless somehow he gets the win in the eyes of the jury, which I don't really see happening because they don't interpret the law; they just interpret the facts, and the facts don't look good. But if they're asked to consider the First Amendment, then it's just shenanigans. But yeah, he's and then also, he can appeal this, but I believe he's also supported by the ACLU. So if that's true, if he's still supported by the ACLU, that sounds like it could be unlimited money. So yeah.
You were explaining what you had to do with the money that evening, so go ahead.
I was sitting in the kitchen on a stool, I believe. Brian Newland brought in a package that he said contained money, laid it there, and asked me to keep an eye on it.
Okay.
And
Who was in the kitchen? Sorry, who was in the kitchen with you?
Mr. Foreman's wife,
Okay.
or ex-wife, I'm not sure.
Just the
what
two of you
status is.
at the time?
Oh, there's people in and out.
Other deputies?
Other
coming through?
deputies coming in
All
and
right.
out, going back and forth to their cars to get different items. I think Sergeant Walters came in at one time and talked to Mr. Foreman on the cell phone.
Okay. So, back to the cash. You were
Absolutely.
asked by Detective Newland to keep an eye on it, and what happened then?
Well, that's what
Although if you missed yesterday, you got to go back and watch yesterday. He absolutely pushes the boundary of protected speech. Maybe not with these last couple. These guys are a lot more boring than the ones from yesterday. The ones from yesterday, that was some freaking craziness. Picture Colonel, what was his name? Colonel Sasquatch. What do they call him? Anyway, he made individual music videos of the people from yesterday. He made several social media posts. He made T-shirts. It was a great time yesterday in court.
I did, and then a short time later, Mr. Newland came and got it and secured it somewhere.
And that was the extent of your...
Yeah, I never touched the
Contact.
money, never was even really close.
All right. Now, you mentioned earlier your reason for contacting a lawyer in this case. I want to just jump ahead right now to how these posts that referred to you and the other deputies as thieves, has that affected your reputation in the community, do you believe?
Absolutely, there's no doubt it has.
Well, tell us what makes you think that.
To understand that, you got to go back before this happened. We would go on calls. You'd very seldom ever have any trouble at anybody. Very, very rarely. You might get a drunk that would smart off or something of this nature. Then he starts calling us thieves on the internet, starts selling merchandise with our photo on it. So now when you go into a bar for a call, you've got people in there screaming, hey, you gonna steal all of our money, you know, or you go on a call. I had one guy come out of a bedroom after me, call me a thief and wanted to know why I sold Afroman's money. It just went from being a nice, quiet community, a job you felt safe in, to a place where you had to look over your shoulder every second.
Do you, based on what you've explained and what you've been through, do you think some of these people who called you thieves really thought you were?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It feels Mississippi, but this is
Did
Ohio.
you receive any phone calls about this?
I would answer the phone at the sheriff's department because they were overwhelmed. I remember one day there was over 300 calls threatening us, calling us thieves. So we would have to go over and help dispatch because they were overwhelmed. There's only 2 dispatchers. So yeah, they didn't call me directly, but I answered the phone. They would cuss me, threaten to kill me, threaten to kill my kids, threaten to kill my wife. And it got to the point to where my wife and my children couldn't even go to Walmart. You couldn't go into a gas station around here. My youngest daughter would hear the dogs bark at night and come in my room, wake me up terrified that somebody was there to kill us. Because even though they were young, they're still on Facebook. They still see this stuff. And it was just one after another after another. And when it would start to slow down, he would go back and do it all over again and get it all stirred again. Just like he did a couple days ago.
Are you aware of posts that are continuing to come out as recently as yesterday?
Some I are.
I'm gonna put my objection in place here.
Say it ain't so, Afroman. We thought we thought you learned your lesson on Friday by releasing the Lick 'em Low Lisa or Linda video. Oh man. I put if you guys missed it. Oh, that was a true grammar blunder. If you guys missed it, I posted the Lick 'em Low Lisa or Linda video in the grammar school Discord under the oh my god, the NSFW tab. It's like a 15-minute music video that they played yesterday in court, the whole freaking thing. That Afroman released on the Friday before court. The eve of court.
Take a second. So Ohio law has changed since April of 2025, providing more protections under the anti-stalking. With that, we would have a 60-day notice
So
of
I
any
sustain
evidence.
Oh, there's the slap rule again.
Thank you. Like at some point, I
What?
have to draw the line. I just drew the line of what's evolving in the public. Like we started this trial yesterday, so let's try to stay before yesterday. You're all doing a fine job.
Thank you, Judge.
Fluid.
Yep.
But the trial can't be that fluid. Same.
Are there any other examples that you can think of as you sit here today of ways that these posts about being a thief have affected you in a negative way?
One of the things that really kind of upset me,
Really kind of.
I was doing an investigation as a detective, and I had to go all the way up to eastern Ohio on the Pennsylvania border. And when I walked into the deputy's room up there to talk to them, they all knew me, all knew that I'd been called a thief, lemon pound cake. You know, it's everywhere. You can go anywhere, and if people recognize you, they start that stuff, whether they're being sarcastic or what. But
And has your image, your face been posted on some of these posts along with, or in the context of the thief accusation?
Well, according to
It's definitely bringing him back into the spotlight. That's for sure.
he has posted my image, yes, several times on the internet. He's sold merch.
Right. And the comment about setting precedents, I think it's important to acknowledge for this reason.
Merchandise, sweatshirts, T-shirts, things of that nature, at all of his venues. They were, matter of fact, they were for sale at a smoke shop here in town.
Okay.
He's selling in town. Lake of Low, Linda.
Those are all of my questions. Thank you.
Oh, this looks like it's by where Colin is. I know Colin's somewhere in the Cincinnati-ish range.
John, for the sake of the record, we have to keep things straight because there is another plaintiff named Sean. Correct?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
So, do you mind if I call you Sean or Sean Cooley during this time?
Whatever you'd like. Well, let's rephrase that. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Colin Pound Cake.
I like to pick right up with this visit to the Pennsylvania border. You said they knew you as Lemon Pound Cake.
Yeah, that was what they referred to me as, a person.
And they asked you for your autograph, correct?
One of them did, yes.
Mr. Cake, can I get your autograph?
And so,
Maybe he borrowed the shirt from the previous guy. They go to Mims. That's a good one. I'll give you one of these. Hold on. Where is it?
Your Honor, if you could have a sidebar about the exhibit defense intends to exhibit.
Okay, sounds good.
Ah. Yeah, I saw it. Another body cam channel just reposted that. That's a great one. Mr. Pancake and Mr. Pound Cake. One is the skinny one. Yep. Great minds. He wasn't tearing, was he? I don't hand out the claps too easily. It's a combination between the comment and the timing of the comment. I'm not on pause, am I? All right. I wish I had an afro. Or the ability to have.
I'll ask a couple of questions. So, Mr. Cooley, sorry, Sean, you were called Officer Pound Cake by Mr. Foreman?
Multiple times.
You were
received hundreds of pound cakes at work for people.
Okay. And the context of that name comes from a music video that Mr. Foreman created, correct?
I don't know where he got it at, but you'd have to ask him that question.
Well, I'm going to play what's marked Defense Exhibit V. I'd like you to watch this.
Okay.
Oh, you got to turn it on. Oh.
Yes. We didn't get pound cake yesterday. Shit, I don't remember if there's any.
County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Lemon pound cake, he wanna put down his gun. Lemon pound cake, trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake, he's a family guy. Lemon pound cake, munchies because he got hot. Lemon pound cake,
What?
he's a Adams County sheriff. He's hungry and he's big as hell. He was sniffing for weed. Then he smelled another smell. What was that? Mama's lemon pound cake.
Again, YouTube, this is for evidence.
Put down his gun and cut him a slice. Lemon pound cake, he wanna put down his line. Lemon pound cake, trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake, he's a family guy. Lemon pound cake, munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake, pound cake. He sees my cake and my porno mag call boom boom. Something happened to his camera on the way to the evidence room. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice.
Oh, that was good.
Make the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice.
Got a must slice. Pound cake.
He wanna put down his line. Lemon
Pound cake.
trending on
Oh, wait, I shouldn't be singing along. Nah, whatever.
munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake, pound cake. Lemon pound cake, he wanna put down his line. Lemon pound cake, trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake, he's a family guy. Lemon pound cake, munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake, pound cake.
Stop it there. So you've
Pound cake.
Exhibit D, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You would admit that's you with the glasses walking by the lemon pound cake on the counter?
Yes,
And that is security
What's up,
footage
Barry?
from the search of Mr. Foreman's residence?
I assume, yes.
But there's no
By the way,
question that
these
you
things are
during the search.
crack.
Yes.
There is question or there's
No,
not?
that was me, yes, absolutely.
Reese's cereal bars.
So during the search, Mr. Newland asked you to watch the money,
Correct,
and you watched that money until he came back and got it.
absolutely.
Pound cake.
I'm gonna play what's gonna be Defense Exhibit E. Would you like a side block?
Oh, shit. What happened? That's kind of it's an interesting question in context. Mainly because Harry was an officer. Harry, we got to get you on the show one day. You ever done a YouTube live? What is going on with their AV? Oh, right.
Right?
What do you mean caught?
So other officers who wore body cam, you would be seen on that body cam, correct?
Yes. So if I was close to him, I would have, yes.
Oh, let me-
Lemon pound cake. Oh, she put out a bomb.
So, off to the extreme left of here, we just saw a gentleman. Was that you?
Yes, I believe so.
So you are in this body cam footage.
Could you run it back just a second and let me see?
Let me start it over.
Okay, that'd be fine.
So, just for the sake of the record, we see two people in this video. Do you know who the lady is?
Yeah, I believe that's Mr. Foreman's wife, ex-wife.
Who's the other gentleman in the doorway?
I can't tell, but I don't know.
Would it appear to be Kenneth Dick?
It could be, it's just not,
Well, actually, maybe look at this. I think this is a better.
Did he just say that one of the officers' wife is in the video?
Image of it.
yeah, it does appear to be Kenny, yes.
Because it is dark on
Ah.
here.
Interdepartment relationships.
Okay, so on the extreme left, we see a gentleman there. Is that you?
Yes, it is.
And this would be during the search of Mr. Foreman's residence, correct?
Yes.
Lemon pound cake. Oh, and Harry, by the way, you're right. That's definitely green paint. It is some awful green paint. Oh, it could be. Oh, right. That makes sense because they showed up during or after, I think.
Rewind this a second. Looking at the table here in the bottom right-hand corner,
Mm-hmm.
is that the evidence bags with the money?
Yes, sir, it is.
Those were the evidence bags you were just testified to, that you watched the entire time for Mr. Newell?
It's a evidence bag, yes.
So it's not the money evidence bag?
It is the
And-
evidence bag, yes.
And
And you're watching it right now, you're looking at it.
Yes.
And you're walking outside now,
Okay.
the person's following you. Sean, it would be a fair statement to say you
Yeah,
didn't watch that money
quality
the entire
amenities
time that Brian
took
Newell
in.
left it in your possession, correct?
No, you are correct. But you can also hear me tell another deputy, keep an eye on that money. If you want to play
Which
it back.
deputy
it's-
was that?
I don't know. I have no idea, but you can hear
Deputy
me
number
and see
one.
me talking to another deputy
One.
before I walked out.
The guy walking right behind you would have been the one you
No, I
told.
was looking, the guy behind me would have been behind me. Just play it back and you'll see it.
Let's replay.
Right there.
You said you're not worried, no one's here.
No.
Well, let's replay.
I believe I told him to keep an eye on the money before that.
Well, let's play it again. Let's start at, well, let's go back to, would you agree that 0:16 seconds in?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that's
After
fine.
that?
Yeah. Mhm. Did you hear it say, "Watch the money"?
No,
Before it
that's-
said, "I'm not worried, there's no one in there."
Yeah, that's what you said.
That's why I said yes. Yes.
So the person asked you about watching money, you said you weren't worried because no one was in the place.
It does appear that way, yes.
yeah, and I think to Harry's point and the totality of the evidence, I think the primary. I think the main part of the lawsuit is not necessarily going to come from the body cam footage or the footage itself. There should be hopefully there's a way to distinguish or to separate those. But I think it's gonna be mostly based on the all of the other stuff, like the all of the t-shirts and the all the extra stuff. But if it does set a precedent, if it does set precedents, it makes me concerned, right? Because I show video of body cam footage, and probably all the rest of us should. But then again, there are political figures that get criticized heavily at a high level, and imagine if they started suing everybody. So I get the concern. It's on my side. It's an interesting case.
For the record, 35.27 to
Dirty
36
rap song?
minutes even.
Oh, I call it crazy rap.
Thank you.
Well,
The one that goes the Colt 45 song. What's up, Donna? Donna. Duro. There's the money. They counted out thousands of dollars, but they're only claiming 400 was missing. Plus, his ex-wife was there. How do we know she didn't take
I'm going
it?
to ask a question. I do not want you to tell me anything you have talked with any attorney with Mr. Klingler or his associate. I do not want to know that.
Pepsi calling me.
But I do want to
I don't
know,
want the tickets.
you said you were looking for an attorney in the
Yeah.
fall of 2023, correct?
We all were.
Okay. And so you employed an attorney to send a cease and desist letter prior to sending lawsuit, correct?
No.
Okay.
the testimony was fall of 2022. The litigation was filed in March of 2023, just to make it record.
Now, let me rephrase that then. So when I mistakenly referred to fall of 23, it was actually fall of 22, correct?
What was for the fall 22? I'm not sure what you're
You
asking.
started looking for an attorney in the fall of 2022.
I believe, I don't think I'm the one that made the original call for an attorney.
Okay.
It was one of the other deputies. We had discussed it. We had to have permission from the sheriff at that time to do anything.
You took some of the phone calls, the threatening phone calls, correct?
In dispatch.
Yeah. Did you make a report of those?
They were all documented, yes.
And they investigated and traced the calls?
Couldn't trace them. They were all ghost numbers or showed up as no phone number at all.
So nobody was ever prosecuted? No one was called in to?
Well, they couldn't find them. They don't have any idea who they were.
Well, you're not saying that was Mr. Foreman making the call, correct?
I don't know whether they did or not.
Once this witness is done, I'm gonna flip. I posted another stream for the body cam section. So as soon as this guy's done, I'm gonna close this stream and we're gonna go. Oh shit! I can raid myself. I'm gonna see if that works. And then we'll move over there. I just want to keep them separate, just for the sake of the trial. Edie Weedy, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. My bad. You're right. Crazy rap song. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. You're just awesome, Edie. Let's just call it what it is. Thank you so much. By the way, Adams County, Ohio has a population around 28,000 people. So if there's as much outrage in favor of Afroman in a town this size, he might end up doing better in this court than we think, because it's going to be hard to believe that people haven't heard of him. However, he's not the biggest celebrity out there, so who knows?
His rhetoric led up to it.
people, during your significant time as a law enforcement officer, the public has criticized your duties, correct?
Yeah, some, yes.
You've been called a lot of derogatory names.
Not really.
Duties.
This may
Duty.
sound stupid,
Duty.
but
Duty.
I believe it applies to myself. We're not the thinnest people in the world, are we?
I'm gonna call you fat, but okay.
I was calling myself fat. But you would agree that
Duty.
we're not thin people.
Absolutely.
And you would agree that how you conduct yourself during a search and everything reflects directly on your reputation?
Absolutely.
Duty. Unit.
You don't believe everything you read on the
There's a
internet, do
few
you?
others.
No.
You actually probably don't believe everything you read in the newspaper, do you?
No.
You would agree that Exhibit D that I played, the song Lemon Pound Cake, is a music video for entertainment?
There again, he made accusations that I smoke weed on there, which I don't. So that was a lie as well.
So you are suing based upon him saying you smoked weed in a song?
No, I'm just saying that,
So that
goes
statement
along
is
with
not
some
part
the
of this
other edits he's
lawsuit.
done.
Let's let him finish.
Okay.
please.
I say that goes along with some of the other rhetoric that he's told about us, lies he's told about us.
Okay. Could that be exaggeration to make the song funny?
I don't think it's funny.
Would a reasonable person listening to that believe that Mr. Foreman is stating facts?
You don't know what somebody's thinking. You wouldn't think we'd get 300 calls a day threatening to kill us. Somebody's buying into it.
So when Jerry Reed sung the song, "When you're hot, and when you're not, you're not," and the judge said that to him right before he sentenced him to prison, that's an actual fact, or is that a exaggeration
So
for
we're gonna
entertainment?
strike all that because we don't know anything
Yeah.
about that case, and he's not gonna become a witness. So until you establish a foundation that he knows what you're saying, you don't get to testify. So set it up right, I'll let you do it.
Mr. Cooley, what is your favorite genre of music?
60s.
Damn it. I was going to see if we can get a poll on what he was going to say. Who says 60s? Who said, I mean, if I think, who says 60s? Who the heck is the 60s? Is that like Beach Boys, maybe? Little Elvis? Who was popular in the 60s? I could think of the 50s and the 70s and the 80s and so on. The 60s?
Give me an example of a song.
Free Bird, American Pie.
Oh, right.
Skinner.
Is the song American Pie,
Oh.
you've listened to it, correct?
Multiple times, yes.
Is it literally about a pie?
No.
The Beatles.
It's more about something else.
Same four
Yes.
It's
chords.
for entertainment.
Yes.
And you were entertained by it.
I like the lyrics, yes.
And you don't, in that song, American
Oh, I
Pie,
kind of like
you
ABBA.
believe that was fact?
That what was fact?
What was said in that?
Eurovision.
No.
Oh, I do like the Bee Gees. The OGs of
This may
funk.
sound stupid, but when people talk about dirty defense
Yeah.
attorneys, are they just saying I didn't wash my suit, or are they exaggerating?
I don't know what's on their mind.
It would probably be an opinion, though.
There again, I don't know. Maybe they know something.
Like I didn't take a shower that day.
Yeah, that or you've done something you shouldn't be doing.
Janis
The person
Joplin
yells
was
crooked cops,
60s.
they may be just referring to cops in general doing bad things,
Oh, okay.
It could be.
expressing their opinions about what they think.
They could be, yes.
So I'm going to get this straight. So you're saying that being called Officer Pound Cake has colored you in a false light, correct?
No.
Okay, so being called Officer Pound Cake has nothing to do with this lawsuit.
No.
So the only thing that you're saying painted you in a negative light is the general comments calling the Adams County Sheriff's Department thieves,
No,
correct?
calling me a thief.
So
Thief.
there's a specific post that calls you a thief.
There's photographs with me on it, and he's accusing all of us of being thieves, so that incorporates me as well.
Right.
So it refers to the
Heard
Adams
of
County
that.
Sheriff's Department as a group then, and you're part of that.
Just members of the sheriff's department, not the entire sheriff's office.
But it doesn't list your name.
Yeah, there's posts that list my name, I'm sure.
I'm
What do
sure.
you mean you're sure?
I'm pretty sure that there was some that had my name on it. I mean, I don't recall which ones. But
I'm
We haven't
positive.
introduced any to evidence by your attorney. What posts are you referring to? I need a date and time.
I don't
Date.
know. I'm just saying that there could be. I don't know.
There could be, but you don't know.
Right, right.
Do you
I just want to end on this lawsuit. I want to make some money too.
mind keeping your testimony to what you know, not what you're guessing at,
Yeah, I have been as far as I can.
as far as you can?
Bandwagon lawsuit. uh, all the cool kids are doing it. Oh, burns, burns, burns.
So in your defamation claim would be based solely on being called a thief as a group of people, and you're one of those groups.
I'm concerned about me being called a thief as well as my fellow officers.
They get their chance. Let's talk about you.
Right, right.
Okay. But that's the sole basis of your defamation claim?
Being called a thief?
Yes.
That's the majority of it, yes.
But not being called Officer Poundcake?
No.
He's like, I kind of like Officer Pancake. That's what they call me now, and I'll wear with some pride. You know, we're gonna have to score this one. I realize. So if everybody's suing for $100,000, then you know we're gonna add 100,000 for each prosecution win and subtract 100,000 for each defense win. In this case, this is definitely a defense win,
And
in my opinion.
may I have a second?
People say
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness at this time.
Redirect?
No redirects. Long day in the classroom today. Oh, I have a long, long, long day.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, as
Okay, let's see. 146. 146. 146. 20. Part 2. Part 1, day 2. All right, you guys. So I'll try to get the rest of this out tonight if I have time. Last night I ended up staying way too late, but I also have some stuff to do tonight, so I won't even be back until most of y'all are probably even asleep. But I do want to. I mean, we have 7 plaintiffs here, so it's they're getting through these guys pretty quickly. So after this guy testifies, I believe Afroman testifies after him. So this might actually be the prosecution's last witness. Oh shit, yeah. Let me direct myself to myself. And then we'll see. Well, then we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Yeah, Grandma Reed. I need to go do something. I need to go grab a snack, grab some water, do a couple things. So we'll figure out how to do that. All right. So let's see. Grandma Reed. Edit. Customize. I don't know if I can read myself. I just realized. Oh yeah, I can. Another great stream. This is gonna be wild. Oh shit, I gotta log in to the other one. Okay, guys. I'll see you next door. Wait, shit. How the hell am I gonna do this? All right, let me start the other one, just so I can leave you hanging when I get in there. All right. Okay, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of slack with the exit song. All right, see you guys in a second.
Welcome to grammar school. We correct your life, not your words. Karen screaming at the sidewalk, drunks doing zigzags on the curb. Never bring a date to a roadside debate. Roadside debate. Not cool to drive straight through a parade. No sex, no smoke on that card zoom fool. Card zoom fool. Jesus fell, bounced back. Now he's watching you. Watching you. Ready to cuffing up the Florida man. Tinder date sees it all. Grammar school, we put you back.
And it's hot.
Choices.